Hi YouTube, Lovely here. I'm going to do a MAC foundation tutorial today, and I'm going to start out with the MAC Studio Finish. It's in matte, and I'm going to use this and apply it to a sponge, a small wedge sponge. This is about how much I'm going to put. A pea size, not very large. And I'm going to tap that all over my face. And start blending. The color that I'm using here is NC45. Blending out. If I have to apply more, I will. And I like to blend my makeup around my jawline, down my neck. That way I don't have any lines, or you can tell where my foundation starts, to make it more seamless. And I don't need to add any more. Make sure you get it blended in really well. Next, I'm going to use my Maybelline Cover Stick, and that's to go around my eye area. Just put a little of this on. This cover stick is the same color as my foundation. You can either blend it with your fingertip, or you can use a concealer brush. And this is the EcoTools concealer brush. I do more like dapping and than just wiping and spreading, but more kind of like a patting. And once I get that to my liking, next I use the Studio Tech, and this is an NC50. And I use the same sponge. I don't put a lot of this on because I'm going to follow it with Studio Fix. That's about how much I'm going to put, just a little. Again, spread it all over. Blending out. And then down the jawline. Down the neck. Around the mouth. I know with me saying that I'm using 4 different 4 different products that are foundation products, it may seem like a lot, but it's not, because I don't put a lot of everything on. And I use 2 different foundations because I like my foundation to be my skin tone, not too bright, not too light, not too dark, but close as possible to my skin tone. Okay, after I do that, the next thing that I'm going to use is going to be the Studio Fix, and that's also NC50. Now with this here, I'm not going to put a whole lot on, so I'm going to use this is actually the blush brush, but I'm going to use this brush. And blending around. You may notice also that I do one side of my face and then I go to the opposite side of my face. That way I try to get as much, I don't lose or miss any spots, or try to get it covered as, good as possible, and not, again, miss spots. I'm not putting very much around my eyes as I usually do, because today I'm using a decreaser, not a regular cream shadow or any paints or anything before I put on eyeshadow. But that'll be on the next tutorial. Following that, I'm going to use the blot powder, dark. This has a sponge that's already inside of it that I've used. I have more sponges, I just don't use it. I was going to, but I'm just going to use this one. Just patting all over. Basically it's a translucent powder that sets the makeup. And yes, I do wash this sponge. I know it has makeup all over it, but I do wash it, which is why it tore up. I believe I clean everything. Every time I use my makeup, I clean it completely. Clean it. Everything. Every item. From dusting off my eyeshadow palette to everything. Just clean everything. I don't want any bacteria. Now it has been like a week and a half, 2 weeks since I've cleaned this particular sponge here, but I will clean it. I have new ones that I bought. I just didn't use it. Okay. And basically, that is my foundation tutorial for my M.A.C products. Again, what I use is the M.A.C Studio Finish in matte, and that's NC45. I followed that with Studio Tech NC50. Followed that with Studio Fix NC50, and finished off with the blot powder in dark. If you have any questions, also, I'm sorry, I did use the Maybelline cover stick, and this is a really, really, really good product. I like it. I didn't put on a lot today, but it covers very well. I like it a lot because I have dark circles around my eyes, and I really love the way this works. But that's it as far as the foundation tutorial. Tune back in. I'm going to do a foundation, not about foundation, but a tutorial for the look that I did when I used the EcoTools, and that look is the chocolate. So tune back in. God bless.